Alright, well, what is up, world? Got another team deathmatch for you today. I'm not going to be doing the layout here today because I wanted just to make this real quick. This is a prestige edition of my commentaries, I guess. I finally hit the prestige mark. This game is actually right before I prestiged. I think I'm like between level 41 and 50. Not sure, to be honest. I am using the Commando Assault Rifle today, not Commando the perk. I'm not a strong supporter of Commando the perk. Not that it exists in here. Don't want to make any accusations about huge knife lunges in Black Ops. But the Commando Assault Rifle is very, very unique. I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks in your hands. I like the way the camos look on it. It kind of reminds me of the TAR from Modern Warfare 2 in the respect that it does a lot of damage, and it kind of has a lot of recoil compared to the other guns. I mean, it doesn't have the most recoil in the game. You definitely have to pop fire this thing at long range. However, I would say mid to short range you can go full auto, no problem. Especially with this reflex sight, which is what I'm using here. The reflex sight is really good. I like it on all weapons. I know a lot of people claim it makes the Commando a better rifle because it reduces the recoil. I personally just use it because it I don't know, I just prefer the reflex sight. You notice there I can go full auto at mid-range. It's not really that big of a deal. One of the strategies I do like to use with this is I don't play super aggressive, mainly because of the fact that it will be beat by a SMG in close combat. So I tend to kind of stay back and try to get into the engagements that I know I can win from a decent distance. I do run scavenger on this mainly because you use a lot of ammo, because you will miss a lot of shots with the Commando. It's not the world's most accurate rifle, I guess, but you trade that accuracy for power. I use the motion sensors to cover my butt. They keep the ghost people from coming up there and getting me. If you notice, when I move along to a new spot, I do pick up my motion sensors. It's kind of like my little portable UAV. So that's something you want to keep in mind if you are using the motion sensor, is to see I can go full auto there as I get the drop shot on him. But if you are going to be using the motion sensor, kind of just pick it up and take it with you. I know that's not... I always give really basic advice, but I think that's sometimes a lot of things people overlook. So I ran out of ammo in that, even though I do have scavenger on. But I guess I'm going to have to switch to this M16. So I hear this guy over here. This is one of the rare occasions that I can hear someone running around below me. I'm hoping he comes in here and decides to tango with us, but he chooses wisely and decides not to. But I will be showing you guys my stats at the end of this video through the first prestige. I kind of I did a lot better than I expected to do. And that was a kind of a weak death. I didn't see that guy back there, but I wasn't expecting to get as high KD as I did, but in the same respect, I wasn't expecting to get such a low win-loss. I can attribute my win-loss basically to the fact that I could not, for the life of me, get into a game with my party. A lot of times if we were playing in a game, it would be three of us versus, you know, an entire team with like 2 randoms or 3 randoms on our team. Sometimes they wouldn't even fill up the lobby. It would be, a lot of times it'd be like 3 on 5, and they would never give us anybody extra. So that was really annoying. Hopefully they fix that with that patch they're claiming to be putting out very soon, which I am looking forward to, because it will fix the footsteps apparently. The footsteps are something that I think right now unbalances the game, and we have a host migration, which I will not be cutting out. Sorry, don't feel like it. But it was quick, so no big deal. But the footsteps right now make the game a little unbalanced, I think, because if you're playing with Ghost and Hacker, you pretty much have there's no counter to that. I actually was discussing this in the Hupit forums about how Ghost is, right now it's uncounterable, and somebody was trying to say that, you know, if they stuck up behind you, then they deserve to get the kill. I don't think that's the case. First of all, they spawn you behind, you know, they spawn people behind you in this game. Like, it's kind of like an endless cycle of spawns on some of these maps. Like Array, 2 of them that come to mind are Array and Launch. There's basically 2 spawn points. You got the spawn point on Launch backed by, you know, I don't even know how to explain it, like, because every building's the same. But you got the one back by the, I guess if you're facing the rocket from that side where everybody rushes down those buildings, it would be on the left side. Then you got the other one on like the right side of the building. You see that guy there wins that battle without ever actually having to fire a shot. But yeah, launch, they basically cycle between the two spawn points. As you see, that guy gets punished by my bad spawn. Basically spawns me right next to him. But you got the spawn point over there by the back side where one team spawns at the beginning, and then the other side where the other team spawns at the beginning is the other spawn point. So basically, what it works out being is an endless cycle between those two spots, and sometimes even if you are spawning back there, they're not stopping you from respawning there. So it's really annoying. It causes a lot of, I mean, it makes games go faster, I won't lie, but in the same respect, it makes games really frustrating. If it wasn't for that and the fact that there's been a lot of connection issues, I think my win-loss would be a lot higher, because I have quit a lot of games with bad connections. I mean, if I get a 2, 1, 2, sometimes even a 3 bar, I won't actually play the game because, you're at such a disadvantage. It takes so many bullets to kill. I think at this day and age with my connection, I should be usually getting a 4 bar connection. I know a lot of the better players just have to rough it on their 4 bar, but or 3 bar, I should say. 4 bar. They'd be happy to have a 4 bar, but 3 bar, as you see, I lost that gunfight there to a different weapon, mainly because this has so much recoil and it's really hard to win some gunfights with it. So I think if it had just a tad bit less recoil, it'd probably be the best weapon in the game. But you could say that for a lot of guns. So, but anyways, yeah, connection issues made me quit a lot of games that I normally wouldn't quit, and then just the fact that if I get stuck in the spawns, like sometimes you can just get stuck and it's just like an endless cycle, and that's really frustrating, especially when you know that you don't deserve some of those deaths. And I don't know, that's one of the things that really annoys me about this game. Hopefully they tweak the spawns just a little bit, because as it stands right now, I would say with the exception of Medal of Honor, that this probably has one of the worst spawn systems of any game that I've played. But anyways, this game is over. Went 21-3, just a standard TDM, but it shows off kind of how to use the Commando in a good way. Right there at the end, it was some pretty good examples of the mid-range ability of the Commando, just kind of pop firing it and taking out people. But we'll go ahead and move on here to my stats since the kill cam is over. Got an MVP 3 challenge. But here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. This is me hitting prestige, and we'll look at my stats. So you can see my beautiful little record book here. So I was 147 and 53 through 1 prestige, which is around a 2.8 win-loss. My best streak says it's 9. That's not true. It's messed up still. So my KD was around 3. I had about 2,800 kills and about 930 deaths for a 2.99 KD. Called in 383 spy planes, 160 counter spy planes. So yeah, my win-loss is a little lower than I would have liked it to have been. I was hoping it would be upwards of 4, but that's wishful thinking, especially this game right now. I think as it goes on, I'll be able to bring it up, but you can see some of the guns I've gotten kills with. Only 1 grenade launcher kill, but with the AK, I have about a 4 KD, M16 about a 3.13 KD. As you see, we go down the list, my KDs kind of drop, not as strong as some of the other ones. But here we'll go ahead and hit prestige, and you guys can see what it's all about. I mean, I know you've probably seen this a million times, but there we go. I have prestiged. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you next time. Peace.